Now, once again, I'm gonna go back to when I worked for Relativity. Of course, SuaveHouse was one of the labels that was up under our umbrella. I remember back in the '90s with SuaveHouse and Rap A Lot, per se, they said that there was some beef. And I was in Houston, and I remember the label people telling me, it's just it's a little uneasy right now between SuaveHouse and Rap A Lot. I know you laugh. Jay Prince, I've been around this shit for a while. Yeah. I've been in the mix for years, brother.
He's falling out over that one.
Yeah. And I remember that, SuaveHouse was based right there in Houston as well as Rap A Lot.
Right.
But then, shout out to Tony Draper.
Yeah, that's my man. That's my friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I love Draper. But at that time, next thing I know, SuaveHouse and Tony Draper moved to Atlanta. Yeah. And you know what the word was from the label.
Everybody was saying Houston was too small for both of us.
Jay Prince, you ain't drive SuaveHouse.
I heard some rumors.
Hey, man, you ain't drive them out of Houston, did you, dog?
No. I wouldn't do that to Drake. That's my friend, you know what I mean?
But friend, foe, or not, was it, in those days, and like I said, I worked for the label, and I just remember the little, it was like a little slight warning that, hey, you out there in Houston with Ball and G, you just might want to keep your eyes extra open.
Actually, Drake created his movement in Memphis.
Yeah,
so
with Ball, G, and Thielen and from Memphis. But SuaveHouse was located in the 713 right there. I think it was Southwest Freeway.
Right.
Something like that, yeah.
Draper came to me when he was 17. And speaking of Big Mike, Draper is who brought Big Mike to me.
Oh, wow. See, I never knew that.
So Draper was a student of mine. You know what I mean? I gave Draper the game, and Draper went and created a movement over there.
Yeah.
Now, it was a time he and I had a disagreement.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not here to lie. We did have a disagreement.
But sometimes family has disagreements.
We smoothed it out, man, so quick and moved on until...
Good. That's real grown man shit. Yeah. Shout out once again to Tony Draper. He'll be coming on the show one day soon. Speaking of Draper, SuaveHouse, all the other labels, Master P, Baby and Slim, do they ever just come to you? Because like I said at the beginning of the show, you paved the way for so many labels, man, to be able to say, you know what? I can do this shit. I can do it independently. We're from the South. We ain't from New York. We ain't from LA. We can do this shit. Do they ever come to you and say, you know what, man? Hey, thanks, bro. Thanks for paving the way.
Yeah, they have. They have thanked me publicly, even on my Instagram and different things. I play different clips from each of those guys saluting, you know what I mean, what I meant for them, how I inspired them. And, I'm proud of all of them. They inspire me. They motivate me. So there's a mutual respect, you know what I mean, where all of us are concerned. Myself and Cash Money, we just have some unfinished business that we have to get straight.
That was my next question.
With Birdman?
Yeah. Well, the whole, I don't just say Birdman.
Yeah,
the
because
whole
it's
thing.
With Wayne.
Yeah. And we're progressing. As you know, Lil Wayne just got his deal solidified.
Yeah, today, right?
Yeah. It happened before today, but y'all just knowing about it. But I'm next in line. My son next in line. So, things are moving on good with Universal.
So they're going to have to cut a check, Jay Prince.
Yeah.
And
rightfully so.
Yeah, because like you said, it's business.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So that'll be cleared up, and then that relationship, because like I say, these are cats that you paved the way for. So from a respect level, it's just about handling business.
Yeah.
So I saw you, this is totally off, just from following your press run and watching you on social media. I saw you, you ran into Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, yeah.
What was that conversation like? Because I have mad respect for that brother.
Yeah, I inspired the brother, and I gave him some words of wisdom that Larry Hoover gave me the last time I visited him in the penitentiary. Mm-hmm. And that's a man that had, got all them life sentences. But he had 100 years at the time and had done like 20-some years. And he told me, he said, whatever you do, don't stop swinging at him. You know what I mean? He said, don't stop swinging at him. And that was real powerful for me because I was right in the midst of the storm when he encouraged me at the time. So I said to my brother Collins the other day, I said, hey, man, don't stop swinging at him. Don't quit. You know what I mean? And he and I had a beautiful conversation about doing some things moving forward.
Okay, good.
And
good deal.
I'm going to help him.
Good. Yeah. And he deserves that. Speaking of Larry Hoover, I heard you say he was doing well. I'm from Chicago, so I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm originally from. So I know the impact that he had on our city. And personally, and I'm going to say this, I think it's unfair what they're doing to him. They have done to him.
Oh, yeah.
But it's good to hear somebody that actually visited him and say that he's good because, as you know, the first thing they try to do is fuck with your mind and break your mind down. But you just said you went and visited him, and he seems to be as best spirits as he can be.
No, a true soldier. And I wrote about him, in detail in the book, even what's happening with him as we presently, speak. And he's in good spirit. I mean, he's a trooper. And hopefully we can get our man Trump.
He just pardoned Miss Johnson.
Yeah, pardon the man. Pardon one of our real ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a real soldier to us that can help us.
When I tell you, a real soldier.
Yeah.
And like I said, him and my mom, they're about the same age and they knew a lot of the same people. So I know about that real soldier and the impact that he has had on the city as well. And I think it's time for him to be pardoned. It's time for him to come to the crib.
Yeah, they need him. They talk about these solutions and different things. He is the solution.
Yeah.
To Chicago and that whole movement. So that
say
would
it
be
again,
beautiful.
Brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jamie, go ahead. I know you've been itching with questions. But now she's not scared no more. Now she wants it's like
Look,
double dutch. It's like double dutch when they doing a road. She's just ready to jump in. Go ahead, Jamie.
No, I want to jump back into, of course, everything that's going on, and I'm sure you're kind of tired of talking about the whole Drake and Pusha thing. But I want to know what kind of like prompted you to initially call him.
Okay. The disrespect. You know what I mean? When I heard that song, I realized that it crossed the line of just music. You know what I mean? There's a man that disrespect your mother, he disrespect your father, and then he has a friend that was dying that he disrespected him. So, right then I'm like, whoa, this didn't cross the line of music. It's gonna go somewhere else. And there's moments like that where you have to take a stand, or you will witness what happened with Tupac and Biggie. Because when you fertilize disrespect, you fertilize hate, and you harbor it, and you use it as an entertainment in that manner, when people that's around you, they friends and different things, feeling some kind of way, eventually everybody gonna come together. You know what I mean? And then eventually it's gonna be a funeral.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say.
It was multiple funerals.
Yeah, it was going to turn violent. Did you have pushback from Drake when?
No, Drake, he and I have a mutual respect. You know what I mean? And Drake know how to think, and I know how to think. So, when two people communicate and you can express yourself in a manner to someone who know how to think and know you right, you know what I mean? Here it is, it can cross music. And then
got into some personal shit.
Yeah, from a business perspective. You know what I mean? It don't make sense from a business perspective as well. And the other thing, it's against everything, we built.
Right.
This is like a moment that we could have easily got caught up in and destroy our movement.
Everything. Yeah.
So, we sharper than that.
Well, and I respect you for that too as well, because I read, this Drake's comeback could have potentially ruined careers.
Oh, no doubt about it.
So, I mean, I respect you for that in that aspect. Like, I don't want to take bread or take away from you feeding your family. So, props to you on that as well, because a lot of times people don't think about that. They don't think about the outcome. They think about right here and now.
They don't think about the consequences and down the road. It's about, like you just said, it's about the here and now.
Yeah. So, big ups to you on that.
Thanks.
On Instagram, all my stuff is Big Jerry Clark. Jamie, give yours.
Miss Jamie Page.
And before we sign off, I dedicate every episode of the show to two people. my dad, Mr. Thomas Clark, who passed back in 2016. I love you. I miss you, Pops. And Mr. Shakir Stewart. He meant a lot to my career. A lot to me, both personally and professionally. Those two individuals. Big shout out to Amir Boyd and Julia Beverly. Mr. Jay Prince here.
Thank you so
much. Miss Jamie Page. Big Jerry Clark. Tune in next Wednesday. And we are signing off.